Hi, my name is Zachary Clark, and this video is about surveillance and Facebook. Now, what is surveillance? Surveillance is defined as the supervising of activities of some individuals or groups in order to ensure compliant behavior. We usually think of surveillance cameras and other things watching to make sure that people don't steal things or trespass in areas where they're not supposed to. Now, how is this used in things like Facebook on the internet? We also need to understand these other terms, such as data mining, which is information gathered by websites that learn about people's preferences by how they interact with that website. So the things they input their information, what they purchase on those websites, how they interact with it. All that is mined and gathered by these websites and can be used to do something called data valence. So data valence is the combination of the word data and surveillance, and it's studying a person's activities online. It could be credit card purchases, the specific things you buy online, such as like buying things on Amazon, phone calls you make, internet use, etc. And all of these things compound into data profiling, which is putting together an online profile of users to understand their behavior. And it's used a lot by advertising companies to know what products to advertise to specific people, or to understand how people will vote, etc. Now, how does Facebook use surveillance? And this video is mainly trying to make people more aware of different ways that Facebook can use your data to learn more about you. Now, a lot of this is taken from an article by Fennel Aurora, and the article is called "All the Ways Facebook Can Track You." And he talks about different categories of data. The first one is data that you hand over willingly, such as the things you post in social media, like Facebook specifically in this case, your location check-ins, where you are, different places you visit, the different friends and followers that you have, and their information and how that interacts with your information. Private messages that you send through Facebook Messenger, as well as searches you make. And there's also your behavior itself on social media, all the clicks you make, the time spent viewing each video or image or text. So if you spend a lot of time lingering on a specific video or an ad, then Facebook knows that you are interested in that, and that can be information that advertisers will want to know. And there's also people that try to study how your mouse moves around and why that, or how that connects with your behavior or your thinking. Are you interested in something if your mouse cursor hovers over it for a long period of time, or if it moves rapidly, etc.? And all the things you type. So he points out in his article that whether you post it or not, Facebook has access to know what you're typing. And that can be used to create that data profile that Facebook has of you. And this is what he calls Facebook spyware. And this could be in the ads you click on that you're interested in, the ads that you block or don't like, what things you share and like. And even if you don't have a Facebook profile or you're signed up for Facebook, Facebook can see other visitors and create shadow profiles for them so that from certain computers' IP addresses, they know what their behavior is on Facebook. Now, specifically from phones or tablets, they can capture geolocations, so where you are. A lot of times, cell phones, smartphones keep track of your location, and that can be shared with Facebook, as well as other apps you use through Facebook. Sometimes they'll ask you to sign in through Facebook, and that it makes it easier for you to sign into things, but it also allows Facebook access to some information on those websites. And that can be used to understand what you purchase, what your interests are, and other things to create that data profile. They can also look at your contacts, your messages, your phone calls, and specifically the calling, if you're able to call people or contact people through Facebook Messenger or other call things through their site. And the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth hotspots you use, they can see the location of those and the metadata on those hotspots. Now, this part's a little controversial because Facebook and some other companies like Apple don't openly admit that they use your camera or microphone to watch you, but it's possible for them to, and so why wouldn't they? That's sort of the question there. Now, Facebook goes to other either online or offline companies and makes deals with them to share information or purchase information from them on you. Now, this could be your credit or payment history if it's with your bank, housing information, voter registration, things like that. And what they do or what they can do is by sharing this information, both these companies get a better data profile on you and in theory know how to better advertise to you or sell things to you, etc. But it's also brings up questions of privacy and whether or not you would want them to share, for example, your credit or payment history with Facebook. A lot of these things, like what companies can or can't share, is, at least according to their policies, in their policies and privacy statements. A lot of times people don't read that, which can be a problem when people realize that they've given away information that they didn't realize they were giving away. And also here he mentions results from online tests you've taken for fun. So you've all seen those. What kind of fruit are you? What kind of Disney princess are you? All those things seem really fun, but they also collect data on you. Now, I really like this quote. It says, if you think you are a passive user of Facebook, minimizing the data you provide to the site, or refraining from oversharing details of your life, you probably underestimated the scope of its reach. Facebook doesn't just learn from the pictures you post and the comments you leave. The site learns from which posts you read and which you don't. It learns when you stop scrolling down your feed and how long it takes you to restart. It learns from your browsing on other websites that have nothing to do with Facebook itself. And it even learns from the messages you type out and then delete before sending. Now, this video is to make you more aware of how you create data and how other people use it, such as Facebook. Now, the internet is a tool. It is not inherently good or evil. It depends on how you use it. And by being more aware of how we can use this, we can better use it to do good and not bad things for society. Thank you. This is my presentation, and have a great day.